Hey, spiritual superstars. So, when you are struggling to wake up out of your sleep, you feel like when you did wake up, you feel like, oh my gosh, you know, you're exhausted, you're drained, you feel like you had a fight in your sleep, or when you wake up and you feel like you're gasping, like you really are struggling, like something was trying to keep you from waking up. Well, it was. It really was. Not to scare you, but it was. So when you are awake, like you're awake watching this video, you're awake in the third dimension, in the 3D. You're awake in the physical realm. You're awake and you are viewing this through your human. But the reality is not in this third dimension. The real life, think if that's the way that I should say it, your reality as the soul within your human is when you are asleep from this dimension that we call life. Your blessings, your manifestations, your desires, your dreams that you think about while you're awake in this dimension. You long for something, you dream for something. All of those things are in the spiritual realm. So when you're asleep, that's your real life. And when you're trying to get back here and you're struggling to get back here, that's spiritual attack. That is spiritual warfare. So I want to make sure you know that, because that's not something that you should let continue. And if your children or your loved ones are experiencing that, or my coaches out there, if you've got clients that are experiencing the struggle in their sleep, they need help. You need help. So first you got to recognize it for what it is. And it's quite scary to even admit that you're under attack spiritually. But once you acknowledge it, then you can fight back. But if you're putting it under the rug or you're acting like it's not happening, then you can't fight because you're running in fear. It may not be literally running, but you are backtracking away from that very thing that's trying to keep you from coming back to this third dimension. So another way you know that you're struggling, when your human is fasting and you are asleep from this third dimension we call life. You will wake up gasping for air. And if you wake up and you're gasping for air, I guarantee you're going to see a vision. You're going to see a vision. You're going to hear a message. But you're going to be very aware that something was just trying to keep you from waking up. So I know that it can be really, really frightening, and understandably so. I mean, that's scary. But you are blessed to fight back. You have to fight. And when you know that something is trying to keep you from rejoining your mortal life, which is the physical realm right here in the third dimension, that struggle is happening in the spiritual realm. That's not human. Does that make sense? Hey, Eric. Blessings. Does that make sense? Hit the thumbs up button for me if you get it, if that makes sense. And if you don't, comment. Because I really want to make sure you get it. And we're going to talk about this more tonight at 9, in less than an hour, at spiritualguidanceacademy.com. So get over there, get in the room. It's an hour. We're not going past the hour. We're going to meet Saturday and we're going to meet Sunday. But I'm going to get a consensus of what times work best for the people that attend tonight. And we're going to work some things out, and you all are going to walk away with tools that work. I don't believe in ayahuasca tea. I don't believe in mushrooms, psychedelics. I don't believe in masking through your spiritual awakening. I believe in mastering your spiritual awakening. And the only way that I know to do that, you might know a different way. The only way that I know to do that is to get downright busy with the energy. And you fight back. Because spiritual superstars, literally you are fighting for your life. And if it's your children that are under attack, you can't do nothing but fight back. And if you're struggling to wake up, I guarantee you that that same energy is already attacking your children, because energy attacks children because they're the most innocent. They're pure. So you might see that attack happening if they're old enough. They might be addicted to drugs. They might be out in the streets. They're just confused. If they're young, you're going to see them struggling in their sleep too. You'll see different things happening, and if you allow them to, they'll tell you. Kids will tell you that they just saw so-and-so, or they just saw something, or they're afraid to go in their room. They're afraid to go around certain people. They're afraid to go to certain places. Trust them. Even if you don't trust yourself, trust their intuition. Trust them, because they're connected to God in all purity, So, yep, when you're struggling in your sleep, you definitely are under attack. And there's something that's trying to keep you asleep from the third dimension. And it's not human, because it's trying to keep you from coming back to the physical realm where we are able to live in our human existence. Does that make sense? Come on in, type in your hashtag and your 4-1s. And I'm going to get going, because we're going to be in our pilot. If you're receiving the tingling, the itching, the burning sensations all over your skin, if you feel that itching under your skin that you can't quite get to, if you ever walk in a room and you feel that burst of energy, you feel like something's in the room with you, you wake up and you are struggling to wake up, and it scares the mess out of you. You might feel like you are attached to a negative energy. You might feel like a negative energy is attached to your house, your family, your spouse. It could be anything. You could feel like a coworker is attacking you, because when you go into the job, you feel their energy and it feels heavy, feels negative. You might feel so tired all of a sudden, you don't even know why. You just feel lethargic, just dragging. And you can't quite link it to anything. Doctors can't link it to anything. You know, the metaphysical sensations over your skin, they can't link it to anything. So we're going to talk about all that. So get on over to spiritualguidanceacademy.com. And I will see you guys soon. It's free, but you got to come in and you got to know that I'm calling you on doing the work. That's how we operate at Spiritual Guidance Academy. So we want you to have the tools that you need so that you don't have to keep asking 1,000 people and feel judged. You have the power, the resources within you to live a happy, healthy life and have a strong connection with the Most High. No matter what you call our Creator, God, Allah, Jehovah, the Most High, Alpha and Omega, no matter what you were raised up under, Christian, Buddha, Muslim, Baha'i, it doesn't matter. You have a personal relationship with God. If you were born an atheist, if you weren't taught about God, if you weren't, whatever your situation is, you got that personal relationship. So if you are struggling in your sleep and you feel like, oh, you bring it to the third dimension, you wake up and you feel like, dang, what is really going on? You feel like a negative spirit is attached to you. You feel cursed. You feel like something is spiritual. You may even be afraid to say that. I'm here to help you not be afraid. Because spirituality is scary. But it's also very blessed. Remember, your human didn't come first. You are the soul within your human. And also, if you haven't gotten the book yet, get it. Go to Amazon. It's the 7 Steps to Master Any Spiritual Awakening. 7 Steps to Master Any Spiritual Awakening. It's going to help you. And in that book, I wrote a section so that you don't have to worry about explaining it to people you love because you don't understand it yourself yet. You know, you got to give yourself some grace. You already gifted it. You just have to receive it. Be open to it. And allow someone else to support you and help you in your journey. So, hey, Norma. I love you more, girl. I can't wait to see you. Norma, are you going to be on tonight? We're going to be in our private room on Zoom at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a short time away. Hey, who is that? Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. You calling all... Oh, Anja from Gambia. Greetings. All right. Well, that's my go-to. I gotta go. But I will see y'all at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. SpiritualGuidanceAcademy.com. You can't miss it. It's the first program out there. It's the pilot. And it's about, what's the topic, Eric? The topic is, if you are 27 to 31, if you are anywhere near that duration of age, and if you are anywhere between 50 and 60, anywhere around there, you going through the fight of your life. You going, everything is up. You could be having marital problems, health problems. You could be stressed the heck out, don't know what to do, don't know what's going on. You know, you got kid issues, the job, finances, everything. Why? Because those two times in your life, those are the deepest, those are the tsunamis of spiritual awakening. Those are meant to bless you for the next 30 years. So when you're before that, like you're 40, 49, Norma, I'm 51. So you can feel it coming. You'll see the progression start to go to that phase of your life. And you're starting to think about the different changes that you need to make in order to live out the rest of the years of your life successfully. That's why some millennials hit it during that time, 27 to 31. You got to have this mindset that I'm going to share with you tonight. There's many moments that I got wrong when I was 27 to 31, but I knew it. I was very clear in the decisions that I was making out of fear. Very clear. And I knew the spiritual side of it. I told you there were so many telepathic things happening, psychic things happening, and all of that freaked me completely out. I didn't want to tell anybody. I was scared. I didn't want anybody to judge me. They had judged me my whole life as it was. So I went deeper into the spiritual closet, when in actuality I should have done what I'm doing now, which I don't care what anyone has to say. I've got a purpose to be here. I've got to get on my mission, right? So you're going to have those that divide in love, money, your career. And I tell you right now, it's always, like I told my coaching client tonight, it's always confidential. I'll never mention any names with any of my clients. But I told them, because they're in their second deep Saturn return spiritual awakening. So they are right in the middle of it. And I told them tonight, it is never going to be easy, the decisions that you have to make. But the key is simple. It's the process that you have to follow. And you just have to repeat the same proven steps over and over and over and over and over. So the big deal here is that support. You got to have a support system that's not going to look at you like you're crazy, because that stuff is happening. You feel like you go like this and something touches you and it's not there. And it's there. You hear something call your name in the middle of the air and you're like, what the heck was that? Who's calling my name? You wake up from 3 to 5 a.m. and you're like, why am I wide awake? You're just off during those times. So tonight, I'm going to go step by step by step by step so that you get it. Because you're my mission. And I want to help you with yours. I want to help you get through, especially if you got kids. Oh, I got to go. I love y'all to life. I love y'all so much. Norma, I hope you are there tonight. I think you said you are. Anja, you're 55. You're right in the middle of it. Oh my gosh, you gotta make it. Right? You feel it? Okay, I'll see y'all tonight. I love you. All right.